Hi, Skall. Thank you, firstly, for doing the video about my site, about the stuff I've been doing. It's really nice from my point of view to see somebody with the reputation and following that you have, that's predominantly looking at swords and swordsmanship, take a bit of an interest in some of the unarmed stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate that. It's great. I'm really pleased that you like the quality of what I'm doing, that you like the instruction, you like the way I teach, the way these things are going. So thank you very much. Yeah, it's huge for me. There are a few points that I wanted to reply to. There are three things predominantly. The first is the quality of some of the earlier videos, the YouTube stuff. Yeah, you got me. I was using very poor equipment. The sound quality is pretty poor. The white balance is horrific. The camera I was using has this strange quirk to it, where when it's dark it actually shows up as being purple. So it looks like the white balance is completely screwed, but in actual fact it's that the sensors in the camera have gone. But it's not a problem now, as you can tell. I'm recording on a digital SLR now with an external mic, so the quality of everything that's coming out at the moment is just massively improved. So that's point number one. Point number two, you mentioned you don't really like subscription courses, and you know what, in a way I kind of agree with you. Despite offering one, it's a really difficult dilemma though for someone like me. I'm trying to put stuff out there for people to learn. There aren't very many people in the world looking at classical pugilism. I could probably count them on one hand, the guys that are serious about it and doing really good research. So I want to get it out there, I want to spread it around, and obviously if you're local you can come along to the club, that's brilliant. But if you're not local and you want to get involved in this and you want to do it, then the only way is to look at somebody else's material they're putting out there. So that gives me three choices. Firstly, I just do it all and give it all out for free. And whilst I'd love to be able to do that, I'd love to be in a position where I can effectively give my time to anyone that wants it completely for free. Sadly, I'm not. I've got a wife and three kids, three small children. I've got a grown-up daughter as well, but at the moment she's not after my money. So if I'm spending time recording stuff, I need to charge. Which basically leaves me with a choice. Do I record it all in one block and then sell it for a one-off fee? Or do I record it bit by bit and allow people to pay for smaller amounts of it? It's a bit of a difficult decision, to be honest. I went for subscription for two reasons. Firstly, the idea of going to a site and buying a 15-disc DVD pack or of an entire martial art just smacks of muck dojos to me. It's the kind of buy your own black belt type stuff. You can do that to become a ninja, and that's not something that I'm willing to get involved in. The kind of whole feel of that is just not right for me. Plus the financial outlay to buy a lot of stuff in one go is much bigger than a small monthly recurring payment. Whether that payment's the right size or not, well, that's a whole different ball game, isn't it? You know, I think there are cheap courses on pugilism.org. There are things that you can get for a few pounds. There are things that you pay $27.50 for. That's the serious striking, the flagship course. But if you're on the serious striking course, please remember you get everything else for free. So the introduction to Chancery, the hit like a freight train, the different modules to Donnelly's system, that's all part of it, that's all included, you get all that as well. But anyway, this is not about selling, so I'll shut up with that. So that's why I went for a subscription style sign up. I can see why some people aren't hugely happy with that as a model, but really I don't feel there's a great deal of choice. The other thing is the pushy sales page, the sign up for 99p. Do you know what? I agree wholeheartedly with you. If you don't mind, I'll tell you a little story. When I set the site up, the idea was to try and make it look a bit like an online magazine and to have stuff you can buy and stuff that was free and make it a bit of an interactive site. And that's what I did, and I liked it, and it was doing fairly well, and I got a few people signing up. And I got involved with a guy who sells online subscriptions to martial arts training. He's a traditional martial artist, very much involved in the MMA and grappling world. And he claims to be making tens of thousands of dollars a month, huge amounts of money, and was quite interested in working with me, and he got me to do all sorts of things, and obviously for that sort of money I'm not going to say no. And we redesigned the sales page and changed the way the site felt, and I wasn't hugely comfortable with it, and as you might expect, the sales fell off completely. Nobody bought anything, and I was looking at redoing the whole thing. So after your comments, they made me realise that perhaps it was overdue and I needed to get on and rework it and take it back to the way I was happy with. So I've started doing that. If you go to pugilism.org now, you'll see it's a very different feel to the home page. I've got to rework the sales pages, but yeah. So to be honest with you, you're right. The kind of pushy sales thing I don't like. I think the offer's fantastic, and I'm not planning on getting rid of that, doing things that way. But the way it's presented, I think, can make it look a little bit tacky. So thank you very much for the review. Thank you for all the positive things you said about it. I'm really pleased that you liked everything to do with the art and the actual manner of teaching, and me and my background. So that's hugely reassuring from my point of view. And I'm quite pleased that all the things that you had negative things to say about are things that are so easily addressed. So once it's all finished and I've got it working the way I'm happy with, I'm going to start nagging you again, and hopefully I can get you to take another look at it and maybe do another review for me later on. So thanks again, mate, really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing some more videos from you.